Hey. Hey, you. Right there. Can you hear me? Right in there. We have a message for you. Welcome to Brockton's Promise 10th Annual Mentor Rally and Recruitment Celebration.
Did you hear that? It's the 10th annual.
3, 2.
Thank you for being here tonight to honor our amazing mentors and all that they do.
We just wanted to use this time to celebrate some of the powerful words that were said about the people in this room. Well, the room that you're in right now, in the future.
Here are some of the words their mentees had to say about them.
She should win this award because she makes me happy.
Without their love and support, graduation seemed impossible.
I get background music. He listens to me and cares about me.
Be a mentor.
We are super cool.
Be a mentor.
She is always looking for ways to improve and build connections with the youth.
She has provided me with much support, advice, and encouragement.
He taught me what sympathy means.
She is a very confident person.
I have a red thing in my hair. I saw that.
I did not see it.
I saw that over there.
He is the best tutor ever.
She goes out of her way to make sure a student understands the material.
She makes sure I stay safe.
Nice!
Be a mentor. Be a mentor.
Elle est très honnête.
3, 2.
She asks about I can't say asks.
You just did?
She always believes in you and motivates you.
Every week, he greets each player with a welcoming smile.
She makes sure I stay safe.
She asks about my feelings and listens even though I'm a kid.
What powerful words our friends in this room, you know, in the future where you are, had to say about you tonight. And if you listen closely, it was not about spending a lot of money or having expertise.
It was about listening, being honest, and truly hearing the youth.
Can you do that? Give a couple hours a week.
Can you? Please sign up to be a mentor today. We have amazing programs for you to choose from.
Because it's on all of us to step up for our youth and our community.
Sign up and be a mentor today. Be a mentor!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 10th Annual Mentor Recruitment Rally and Celebration. I hope you enjoyed my cinematic debut you just saw in that video. Thank you to the Kids Connect Advisory Council, to our mentoring staff, and to Brockton Community Access for putting together that amazing video. My name is Valerie Lamore, and I work with the mentoring team at the Old Colony YMCA. I also serve as chair of the Brockton's Promise Caring Adult team. Brockton's Promise is a community coalition that is based off the model of America's Promise, first developed by Colin Powell. We are dedicated to improving the lives of Brockton youth through the 5 promises. These include caring adults, safe places, healthy start, effective education, and opportunities to serve. Since January is National Mentoring Month, our Caring Adults team uses this night to both honor mentors and recruit new caring adults to serve our young people. I am so honored to see the amazing nominations from our community members who attempt to put into words the life-changing work that exceptional mentors do in our community every day. Over the years, we have had 140 mentors nominated through this event, and tonight we are here to honor 38 exceptional mentors who truly embody what it means to be a caring adult. And to all the young people in the room who have recognized their mentors, we want to say thank you for taking the time to show the world how wonderful your mentors are. Tonight is really about celebrating all of you, as well as celebrating the agencies that support us, like our generous sponsors who are in the program booklets and displayed on the screen earlier this evening. Additionally, for the 6th year in a row, we will be giving out the Promise in Action Award for an exceptional business to Peppercorn's Cafe and Catering and Santana's Restaurant and Function Hall. Thank you for year after year going above and beyond in support of mentoring and youth. We congratulate you all. While tonight marks a great time of year for us, because it is all about celebrating and recognizing so many deserving people, tonight is also about calling out everyone in this room to be a mentor. I know I'm preaching to the choir a bit, but I know there are some of you who might be able to take it a step further. Maybe you're a kind neighbor, but could you step up and be a big brother or an after-school tutor? Maybe you already work with youth, but are you in a place in your life to become a foster parent? Or maybe it's not the right time for you, but you can help spread the message. Word of mouth is critical to spreading awareness because we need caring adults. Tonight, as you can see on your table, there are how can I get involved forms. We want you to fill them out, even if you are not sure which program would be a good fit. There are resources in the front hallway, so please take in all the inspirational words you hear tonight and information and consider supporting the movement. Mentoring is one of the cheapest forms of reducing violence, deterring youth from substance abuse, and in improving their educational outcomes. Tonight is your night to be a part of the solution. We hope the words of our keynote speaker, Judge Michael Williams, will inspire you to join us in some way, whether it is by signing up to be a mentor, to be a foster parent, or simply spreading the word. We are counting on you. Now, before I introduce our MCs, I want to take a moment to recognize all the elected officials who are in support of our amazing mentors and mentoring programs and the youth. As I say your name, please stand so that we may recognize you. Representative Jerry Cassidy. School Committee Member Tim Sullivan. Superintendent of Schools Kathy Smith. Plymouth County District Attorney Tim Cruz. Ann Beauregard, Ward 5 City Councilor. Commonwealth Judge Rich Savignano. Commonwealth Judge Michael Williams. Is there anyone that I missed? Okay. State Representative Claire Cronin has been a longtime supporter of this event, but will not be able to attend due to a family emergency. Please join me in giving them a round of applause to the individuals who are working to make our communities thrive. Now on to our MCs for the evening. First, we have Jean Bradley Derenoncourt. Jean Bradley was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. After a devastating earthquake in 2010, he immigrated to the United States and settled in Brockton. In his short time in the United States, Jean Bradley has done significant public service work for the city of Brockton and the Commonwealth. At just 27 years old, Jean Bradley Derenoncourt made history when he was elected Brockton's first Haitian American city councilor at large. Now we have Kayla Vega. Kayla is currently a junior at Brockton High School. She is a dedicated member of the Old Colony YMCA Kids Connect Advisory Council. Kayla has served as a peer mentor and participates in many community service opportunities. As you can see, both of our MCs are powerful examples of how important it is to continue to support our youth and our community's vision. Everyone please join me in welcoming Jean Bradley and Kayla.
You want to go first? Good evening. Well, I was told by my father, ladies first, but Kayla said I can go first, so that's okay, right? Well, we are so happy to be here, and of course, as Lamu just said, I'm John Bradley, the winner court, and I'm so happy to be here. We're gonna have an excellent night. So, Kayla, the mic is yours.
Oh. Hi, I'm Kayla. I just wanted to thank you guys all for coming. And that's right.
Very nice. So, good job. I promise you we're going to have a lot of fun. And you know what? I do wear glasses, but I'm going to use it as an excuse just in case we're making a mistake so we can blame it on me. You okay with that? Excellent. So, without any further ado, now is the moment to welcome, I believe, one of the best. How do I put this? It is truly an honor to share that stage with Kayla because you just heard some of the stuff that Lamu just said about her, and I think she's an amazing example. And thank you so much for allowing me to stand next to you. We would like now to welcome to the stage one of our champion sponsors for this event, the Old Colony YMCA, with a few words from. Sorry if I messed up the last name, just so you know I speak French. John Twiggs, the chair of Old Colony YMCA Board of Directors. Welcome, John, everybody. Put your hands together, come on. You can do better than that. John, the mic is yours.
Thank you. On behalf of the Y, my name is John Bradley, who's close. It's John Twig, and I'm chairman this year of the Old Colony YMCA. And we're very excited to be here in the 10th annual event. Old Colony Y, I think as most people know in this room, has been a long-time supporter of Brockton Promise and all of the agencies and the different groups that are here tonight in the mentoring program. We know it works. We see it every day. It is part of what we do. It's in the very fabric of Old Colony YMCA. And so those, especially the young people that are here, know how we all feel about the level of importance that mentoring and how it can lead to success in life in moving forward. So tonight is a night to celebrate, as Jean Bradley said. It's a night to say thank you. And it's also a night that we're going to try to get you to join and think about in your life whether you would be willing to entering into a mentoring program. We hope and we expect and we know that those of us who have been involved in various mentoring activities, how important it is and what it can mean to people in their life. Just on a personal note, I've been very blessed. I've had many mentors. I'm probably one of the few people that you may hear from tonight. I am a lifelong Brocktonian. I went to, as some of you may, Huntington School, South Junior High, and Brockton High School, and then went on to law school. So I've been in Brockton a long time, and I had many mentors. And I see Kathy Smith, who's going to speak, and it's going to be far more interesting than I am, but the superintendent of schools. I think about some of the mentors that I had at Brockton High School, people like, and some of these names may be familiar, Carol Thomas, who was in the arts department, and Tom Richards and others, just people who were critically important in my life and setting me on a path and trying to keep me on the straight path. And then you think about through your life, whether it be, in those cases for me, a couple of teachers, but also as you get through, my first job was on Main Street in Brockton, at a place called Southgate Electric, which my first mentor was when I was 17 years old, who taught me to be a journeyman electrician, and meant a great deal to me and as I went through in my life. So Brockton is a great city. We have great people. We have great mentors. One thing I would ask as we say thank you to all the people who are nominated tonight, and also say thank you to the people that nominated them. Those who did the nominating, as you go through in your life, we strongly encourage you to pay it back, to think about when you become that person, that success as you start in your career, think about how you benefited, and please give back to our next generation of great Brocktonians. So have a wonderful evening, and thank you so much.
Okay, so hi guys. I know my introduction wasn't all that, but bear with me. So we are honored to have a welcome address for our Superintendent of Brockton Public Schools, Kathleen A. Smith. For over 35 years, he has worked in the Brockton public school system with so many of our community mentors. A long-standing administrator with a depth of experience district-wide, Superintendent Smith served as the Director of Community Schools in Brockton for 13 years, before being named superintendent in 2013, and has continued to support mentoring in her new role. So give a round of applause for Superintendent Smith.
Good evening, everyone. And John, we are thrilled to claim you as a wonderful success from the Brockton Public Schools. Good evening to our elected officials, to our honored guests, to our mentors and mentees to this very, very special 10th annual Brockton's Promise Mentor Recruitment Rally, and truly a celebration. It's wonderful to see you and to be part of the great collaboration of like-minded, caring adults, all dedicated to mentoring and guiding our Brockton youth. How impressive to hear in the past 10 years, you have recognized close to 150 exceptional mentors from all corners of our community. I'd like to acknowledge our keynote speaker this evening, the Honorable Michael Williams, Administrative Judge with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, who, as you may know, is a longtime coach within the Brockton Youth Football. Judge Williams has also won the Exceptional Mentor of the Year back at 2011 at this very event. Congratulations to all the businesses and agencies that are nominated here tonight. Santana Restaurant and Function Hall, as well as Peterson Cafe and Catering, named for the generosity they provide to youth development programs and community engagement. And kudos to all 38 of the Exceptional Mentor nominees who will be named, including 7 teachers from the Brockton Public Schools who range from elementary schools, our middle school, our alternative pathways, and our wonderful Brockton High School. Mentors are everyday heroes from all walks of life, from business and local organizations, our schools, our families, and our faith groups. Big brothers and big sisters, coaches, and other caring adults who take the time to make a lasting difference in the lives of our youth. At the heart of this work are 5 important promises that came out of a national presidential summit in 1997, words we must live by to ensure success for our children at home, in school, and out in our Brockton community. The promises are that they, our children, will grow up with the health and guidance of a caring adult, that they will have healthy childhoods, that they will live in safe surroundings, that they will receive an effective education, and that they will have the opportunity to serve others. Statistics show that when at least 4, just 4 of these promises are provided, youngsters are most likely to succeed not only in academics, but in their social settings. This is the beauty of Brockton's Promise and its committed community partners, as well as the individuals who take it on themselves to get involved, to change a life, to show our Brockton kids that they matter. Whether it was someone you work with or someone you mentor, the time you spend, the lessons you impart, the consistency you provide to youth make a difference. And the person who felt strongly enough to nominate you said that the effort, time, and attention you give has had a lasting difference. None of these nominations received this year or any year are based on the amount of money spent or the extravagance of a gift or any outing. Rather, they express deep, sincere gratitude for mentors who listen, who are consistent, and who truly, really care. I thank you tonight for your help, for your attention to the things and people who matter, for your commitment to Brockton children and their future success, sometimes despite great odds. I hope you enjoy this wonderful, meaningful evening, and thank you for always supporting our youngsters in Brockton. It truly does make a difference. Congratulations.
Wow, that was good, wasn't it? That was good, wasn't it? Well, I mean, you know what to do, right? So please put your hands together for Joan and Kathleen Smith. One more time. Thank you, John, and thank you, Kathleen. You can see that I'm keep on looking over there, right? Because I'm the kind of person, if I don't see food, I'm not happy. But by taking a glance over there, I can see that people are moving. It means that the food is coming, so I'm excited. So let's face it, now is the moment for us to welcome on this stage Pastor Mark from Trinity Baptist Church. Pastor Mark will welcome us and provide our invocation for this evening. Pastor Mark, put your hands together for him, please.
Wow, I can't believe I remember the first rally. It's 10 years, it's just amazing. For all who have been a part of the Caring Adults team and Brockton's Promise, I think for all of us, we should just say thank you, give them a round of applause, because it's been awesome. When I think of the real reason we're here, I think of that, and most of us know about that cute story about the little boy who's trying to sleep at night, and there's a huge banging thunderstorm, and he just can't sleep, and so he runs into his parents' room, and they say, "What's the matter, honey? What's the matter?" He says, "I can't sleep, the thunder, the lightning, and all that kind of stuff." And mom says to him, "But you know, God is there to help you." He said, "Yeah, I know God is there, but I need something with some skin on it." I said, when I think about that, that's really what we're talking about here, isn't it? We need people to come with their skin on and to just be that person, that caring person. And so it's great to be here, but we're all hungry, so why don't you just bow your heads and let's pray. Lord, we praise you, we thank you for this evening, but most of all, we thank you for the faithfulness of all of those who've been involved, the mentors, those who support the mentors, the mentees, Lord, in every resource that comes into it, Lord, we just thank you, because ultimately we know it comes from you. And so we bow our heads in thanks tonight. We thank you for all the parents. We thank you for the children. We thank you for just the way that you have moved in this city from many directions, and we're just grateful. And now, Lord, we thank you for the food that's been prepared. We ask, Lord, that you would bless it, that it would strengthen our bodies, that we might continue to do your will. Not only in our own lives and our family's life, but in this city, in this community. And it's for your glory that we pray. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen.
Oh, so can we please give a round of applause for Michael Williams?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming out tonight to this wonderful event. It's a very worthy cause. As you heard, 6 years ago, I had the honor of being recognized as a mentor recipient, and tonight we'll be honoring some more men and women who have taken up the torch. It is difficult to say why many of us chose the path that we have ended up with and why we are where we are today. But whether you realize it or not, we are all, in some way or the other, the product of another person's vision. It has been said, one of the greatest values of a mentor is the ability to see ahead what others cannot see and to help them navigate a course to their destination. I stand before you as the living embodiment of that particular motto as both a mentor and a mentee. I often think about the choices that I've been faced with and how if some of the people that have been put in my life had not been there, where I might have ended up. I grew up on the west side of Brockton. I'm a lifelong Brockton resident. I'm the oldest of 3 children. My mother or father neither attended college. None of my parents, sisters or brothers, aunts, uncles. I am the first in my entire generation and my entire family to attend college. I'm proud to say that I have 7 nieces and nephews, all who are college graduates now. At the age of 13, I had the good fortune of meeting a man who would change the course and direction of my life. His name was Judge Stephen Steinberg. At the time, he was an attorney in Brockton. I was good friends with his daughter, Erica, and he had become aware of my interest in the law. He had asked me one day if I'd like to accompany him to court. I was so excited, had my father buy me my little penny loaf of shoes, get my little sports jacket. It was the very first suit that I owned. I sat in the front row of Brockton District Court, and I watched him control the courtroom and do his business. And it was at that moment that I knew that I wanted to become a judge. I was 13 years old, and I knew that law was going to be my life. I'm not certain that he knows the impact that he had on me with just that simple act of bringing me to court, but mentors come in all shapes and sizes, and even when they're not aware of it, they certainly have their purpose and way. I got to Brockton High School. I was a decent student, not great, but I lacked direction. Like many of the young people in this room, I thought I had all the answers. I had great ideas. I knew what I was going to do, what I wanted to be, and how it was going to happen. If anyone asked me, I could tell them. Problem was, I was 13 years old. And as many of you parents know, 13-year-olds don't have the answers. So I show up to class first day of school, English class. And my teacher was Mr. Richard O'Brien. He was a notoriously difficult English teacher that tasked his students with what I thought was impossible assignments. So the first day of school, he shows up, he hands out Shakespeare's Macbeth. It's a Friday, first day of school. And he says, you need to read this book by Monday. Now, he gotta be joking, but he don't smile, so I figured he might be serious. So Monday comes, everybody cuts in the class, and he says, everybody who read the book, put your hand up. Everybody in class raised their hand except me. He said, take out your pens and papers, we're gonna have a quiz. We got a quiz, I got a 0. He did that every day who read the book. Till the day I put my hand up. About a week and a half later, I finally got around to reading the book. Took 5 zeros in a row. And I raised my hand, ready to take the test. He said, there's no test today. I said, but I read the book. And he said, I know you did. So, as I didn't understand what he was doing at the time. I couldn't see his vision, but it was clear that he had a vision for me. I went to his office after class, and I said, Mr. Ryan, I don't understand why we didn't have a test today. He goes, Mike, you know, there's going to be a lot of things that you don't understand in this world. I said, but Shakespeare is stupid. The Macbeth is stupid. I don't know why we have to read these books. You know, this is that high intellect of a 13-year-old. This was his response, and I often repeat it to my students, to the kids that I mentor. I said, Shakespeare's a stupid book. And he said, Mike, a book is an inanimate object. It does not have the ability to be stupid. The only thing stupid would be an individual who accuses a book of being capable of having human qualities. So, you know, you're 13 and you let that ruminate for a little bit and you walked out. Did he just call me stupid? So, he did, but he did it real cool though. So, needless to say, I struggled in that class and my grade reflected it at the end of the year. But more than the grade, what I got from him was a valuable lesson. I got direction, I got instruction, I got criticized, and I got challenged. I met him again at the end of the year, followed up, asking me what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be, and I told him, I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna go to law school, and I'm gonna be a lawyer. And he looked at me, not with those grades you ain't. So I was determined to prove him wrong. I told him that someday he'll be working for me. I'm still working on that. So my junior year comes around, we get to pick our courses, Shakespeare's being offered. That stupid book is being offered. I accepted his challenge and I took that class. I go through the class, first semester I got a B+. I think he was holding out on me because he didn't want to give me the A right away. He wanted to make me work for it a little bit. Second semester, I got my A. At the time, I had no idea the lessons that I was being taught. I was a 13-year-old kid who thought I knew everything about the world, but he had a vision for me. Through his tutelage, I was able to graduate Brockton High in the top 8% of my class. I did well on my SATs, and I had my choice of colleges. I was fortunate enough to attend Boston College University, followed up by Boston College Law School. But at Boston College, I had the good fortune of being and playing for Coach Tom Coughlin. Some of you may know him. He's the coach of the New York Giants and the director of the Jacksonville Jaguars player personnel. However, I was able to observe this man, and he is one of the most intense and singularly driven individuals that anyone would ever meet. His attention to detail, his ability to prepare, is something that always stuck with me. And anyone that's played for me or has received any of my tutelage can thank Coach Coughlin for some of that drive. From junior high school to college, I have been very fortunate to have individuals come into my life and give me direction when I didn't know what direction I was going in. I was fortunate enough to have individuals who stood up for me when I did not know what I needed for myself. For whatever reason, I've been blessed throughout my career to have people that have mentored me. My parents have been great role models for me, and I carry many of the lessons that they've taught me. But there are certain things that they were not aware of that required specialized attention, and that's when the mentors came in. The game of football, as some of you know, I'm a coach, you've heard my introduction. The game of football has been a godsend for me, and not just the lessons that it teaches, but what it's done in structuring my life. I mentioned Coach Coughlin, I could mention Coach Armand Colombo, but the person that had the greatest impact on the type of player, the type of coach that I would have been Gene Merrill. Some of you may or may not know Mr. Merrill was a coach at Brockton High School who went on to become the principal. He was also a Division I athlete who went out in the 60s and played at Idaho. A black man going 3,000 miles away to Idaho in the 60s. That requires a level of guts and understanding that I just can't fathom. However, one night, he used to call us every Friday night before the football games. One Friday night, he called and asked, how you doing? Everything's going well? I said, yeah. I just asked him, I said, Coach, you know, I work hard. Why am I not playing more? Well, it's only the first game of the season. He goes, I'm gonna tell you this, and I want you to remember it. Life isn't fair, neither is football. But you work hard, you do the right thing, your recognition will come. Second game of the season, I started that game. And I started every game after that too. Mr. Merrill had his way of showing us or teaching us what we needed to know, even when we didn't want to know it. He was tough, but he was fair. I recognized that through people like Mr. Merrill, Mr. O'Brien, and Judge Steinberg, that I had an obligation to return to them the favor that they've done for me. I started coaching football in 1992, 25 years ago. I started coaching football just as the way to stay involved with the game. My college career ended, and I needed to still be involved. I had no idea that it would take me to where I am today. In about 2000, about 8 years later, some of my former players had come to me and asked if they could continue working out with me after the season. I said, I have no problem with that. I don't see what the problem is. I enjoyed their company. Let's start it. That was 17 years ago. Every Monday after Thanksgiving, I get a phone call. I get about 40 kids that show up to the gym looking for me. And they stay with me 5 days a week, every day, every week, until August 1st. I get no breaks. And I wouldn't have it any other way. During that time with these young men, we get an opportunity to go over their homework. We talk about their grades. We talk about their ambitions. We go over their future. We talk about the things that they need to focus on, the things that I wasn't focused on, the things that Mr. O'Brien, Mr. Merrill, and Judge Steinberg made me focus on. Mentorship is not without its challenges, but it is extremely rewarding. When you see those young men that you work with, young men and women, work with, achieve their fullest potential, there's no greater feeling. I will say that my victories in this regard have far outweighed any of the losses, and every loss hurts. But I truly want nothing but the best for these young men and women. Not every kid I mentor is going to go to college. That's not their goal. That's not their purpose. What I want for them is to be the best person that they can be. Some of them have made bad decisions. Some of them have ended up in some bad places. However, every one of them that I see, they afford me the respect of understanding that I tried my best. And when I see them, they come up to me and they say, thank you, Coach. Nothing's better than that. I don't want kids to be like me. I don't think that's the role of a mentor. I want them to be their best selves. I want them to be better than me. I want them to achieve more than me. I want to be able to sit back and reminisce with them about the young man that they used to be, that brash 13-year-old kid who thought he knew everything, to the grown man that they become, the firefighter, the teacher, the police officer. I've been fortunate to have a lot of personal achievement and success, but I will tell you that attending a graduation, being able to attend a wedding, the birth of a child, for some of these young men that I've coached, has given me some of the greatest joy that I've ever experienced. More than any Super Bowl that I've won, more than any graduation that I've had, more than any degree that I've attained. I know that it takes time and commitment to be a mentor, and I know that people make contributions in many different ways. And monetarily, it is very much appreciated. But I will tell you from firsthand experience, your presence, your influence, your instruction is invaluable to these young men and women. They're looking for guidance, and they need you physically there. They need to see professionals. They need to see individuals in varying occupations so that they know that it's attainable and that it's possible for them to get to that level. They need direction. They need a roadmap. They need guidance, daily criticism. And I cannot stress that enough. They need to be criticized, not coddled. They need tough love, the type of love that a mentor can give. I'm here today because men and women stood before me and gave me an opportunity. I've been fortunate to recognize my personal obligations to pay all of that back. I want to make sure that every person that stood up for me, I make them proud. I ask all of you to dig deep within yourselves. And if you have an opportunity to share your wisdom, to share your knowledge, to share your vision with any young man or woman trying to get where you are, the reward is certainly equally as giving as the individual receiving it. You're making a great contribution to society and to a future that cannot be quantified. I know that there's been pamphlets placed, signed letters and petitions, and some of those may or may not interest you. However, you can mentor informally or formally. If you have a family member, you have a niece, a nephew, a neighbor, all of it will be appreciated and recognized. Winston Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give." I thank you all again for your time and for listening to me. Have a wonderful night. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was powerful, wasn't it? Come on, put your hands together one more time for Michael Williams. Well, Michael said, and he mentioned like 1992. At that time, I believe I was, 2 years old, because I'm 27 now. But as I was looking at Michael, I was like, well, he looks pretty young. Well, you look young, obviously. It is what it is. But let's face it, a few minutes ago, I was going around the table and ask you to sign that piece of paper and ask you, to acknowledge the fact that you are here and, of course, enjoying your time. But by listening to what Michael had to say, I believe now is the moment for us to truly think about what we're doing here. Because I believe each and every single one of you do have the ability not just to inspire, but to create a different path for our young people. And by listening to what you have to say, and of course, he brought a firefighter next to him, and I believe that's one of your, of your mentees. It truly shows that mentoring a young person can make an impact in their life. So I would encourage you to take the time to think about what you are doing tonight, to put your name on that piece of paper, and knowing that it's not just a name, but it's a name that you are putting to inspire and motivate and change the life of the young person out there. Because somewhere, somehow, there is someone that is waiting for you to give them a reason to hope, to give them a reason to believe in something, like he did for so many. And I can tell you, I, too, someone gave me a reason to believe, a reason to do something positive. With your help and your motivation, you can inspire not just us, but the new generation. I would encourage you, or I would beg you, to take the time to fill that piece of paper. You might think it's just a piece of paper you're gonna fill and throw it away. It is not. You know why? Because someone is looking for somebody to talk to them, to advise them, to encourage them, to let them know that they can do something, they can believe in something. Without further ado, for the past 6 years, we want to take the opportunity to recognize, the very important piece of all of our mentoring, programs, the business and agencies that support us. While there are many businesses that are invested in the community, Peppercorn Cafe and Catering and Centennial Restaurant and Function Hall have been particularly influential in supporting the local youth and mentoring programs represented here tonight. Over the years, Peppercorn has supported nonprofit on numerous occasions by generously offering food for meeting at a discount price, whether it is a small meeting of 10 people, a large family barbecue with 300 guests, or some graduation with over 500 people. They never say no, no matter what the budget might be, and they always step up to save the day. Peppercorns have demonstrated to our staff, youth, family, and volunteers the importance of giving back and having meaningful presence in the community. While we would like to honor Centennial Restaurant and Function Hall as a newer establishment in our community, Centennial has gone above and beyond to become another anchor of our community and neighborhood gathering. On Food Day 2016, chefs at Centennial rallied last minute to provide over 50 meals for youth and their families at the Family Center. They have also boasted many events for teens to come together, dance, eat, and be civically engaged. We are excited to see what is to come for this great restaurant, and I appreciate all they are doing for Brockton youth and families. They are great. Well, now is the moment once again to welcome Peppercorn and Centennial to come on stage. Put your hands together for them.
Now we would like to introduce all of the nominees for the Promise in Action Awards for Exceptional Mentoring. These mentors were nominated by either their mentees or their colleagues in the community for their dedication and consistent presence in making a difference in the life of our youth. Before we do that, we want to thank the Kids Connect for serving our escorts this evening. For serving as our escorts this evening, sorry. We ask that all nominees please wait for a youth representative to escort them to the stage as they approach the podium and remain up here for the presentation of awards. Audience, please hold your applause until all the names have been called. These are exceptional mentors with us here tonight, and some words their mentees had to say about them. AD, nominated by Keanu and Moses. He picks me up every Thursday and Sunday without fail. That's why I can trust him.
Please keep up the applause until we call all the names. Thank you. The next one is Ernie Bell and Jennifer Curran, nominated by Lucy. They have been there for everything and have been part of my success story.
Nicole Berry, nominated by Devontae, Brian, Erlyn, and Gianni. She makes sure I'm safe every day. I stay safe.
The next one is Paul Buenco, nominated by Rodrigo. Even though he's a coach, he puts education first. Always lets us stay after school with no penalties. We also have Paul, but he was unable to be here tonight. Wilson Cabral, nominated by Gio. He's like a father to me.
Jane Callahan, nominated by Brianna. She is understanding, sweet, funny, nice, and trusted.
Milan Caruso, nominated by Nikia and Christy. She always has a positive attitude.
Ian Conley, nominated by Omar Reggie. He inspires me and many of the students.
Allison Daly, nominated by Lucy. I knew she would be someone who would always be there for me.
Roman Davis, nominated by Rob. It was clear both through his actions and his check-ins that he was completely invested in me. Roman wasn't able to join us tonight.
Betsy Jorgen Keith, sorry if I messed up that last name, nominated by Kristen. Her students looks forward to seeing her every day.
Shayla Frey, nominated by Yoshi. She tries her best to be a caring kind of a person.
Hillary Filkins, nominated by Carmen. She helped me get better.
Ashley Gordon, nominated by myself and Mary Elena. She will give you real advice and help you achieve your own goal.
John Hoagland, nominated by Lucia. He's the embodiment of dedication and commitment.
Stephanie Hutch, nominated by Brittany. If something bad happens, she'll still look at the bright side of things.
I just want to say this. I went to school with Steph. We had a class together. Is that cool? Giovanna Halter, nominated by Ashley. She's always looking for ways to improve and build connection with the youth.
Josie Howland, nominated by Zara. She is always there when I need her.
Gregory Jackson, nominated by Greg. He's the adult I really talk to and trust.
Natavia Jones, nominated by Brian. She is always there for me.
Stephanie Wan, nominated by Layla and Lavin. She is more than a mentor. She is a friend.
Kiki, nominated by Chandler. He is very patient and kind, and he respects my opinion.
Matthew Len, nominated by Ty. He listens to me and cares about me.
James Mimko, nominated by Neil. He teaches all about respect, honesty, and responsibility.
Ashley O'Donnell, nominated by Amory. She pays attention to me.
Nicole Otero, nominated by Ogechi. She is fun and teaches in a unique way that allows students to understand the material.
Mr. O'Neill, nominated by Harry. He's an all-around great person and very inspirational to me and my friends.
Mariani, Peguro, nominated by Marion Layton. I can trust her.
Ebony Penn, nominated by Gavin. She makes me happy. Ooh.
Danielle Perna, nominated by Leticia. She has a lot of patience. I love her.
Rick Savignano, nominated by Michelle. All the kids look up to this very compassionate, caring, selfless man.
Peter Sullivan, nominated by Scott. He understands my true potential.
Caitlin Sweeney, nominated by Jace. She is very kind and funny and always manages to make me laugh even when I get mad.
Dylan Sylvester, nominated by Hunter. He taught me what sympathy means.
Oh, Janet Trash, nominated by Lucy. She has taught me love and compassion. That is true.
Anthony Tyler, nominated by Christina. He is there to listen to me no matter what.
Tracy Young, nominated by Chenry. She is Shinui. She is a very confident person, I bet. To all of our nominees, thank you for all that you do. While all of the mentors nominated tonight are exceptional in their own right. Oh, we gotta take a photo first before I speak. So, I would like, when I say money, I would everybody to laugh. Money, just let me know when you wanna take the photo. Not yet, not yet. Just let me know when you're ready. And the moment you hear I said money, let me see your teeth. It wasn't a joke, come on now. Money. Money. Oh, it's so nice, isn't it? Let me see your teeth, come on. Come on. Yeah, everybody likes money, like myself. It's a joke. You're killing it there, man. Come on. Wow. Okay, so I think one more. And again, money. Money. Make some noise for them. Come on. Come on. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. Can you please stand up and acknowledge the greatness of those wonderful people that I truly believe in mentoring? Come on, man. I like that bow tie. Thank you, everybody. I believe now you can take your seat. Oh, not yet, not yet. Oh, not yet. You know, I'm following someone, just so you know, behind the scene. Okay, so I got the green light. I'm gonna do it again. To all of our nominees, thank you for all that you do. While all of the mentors nominated tonight are exceptional in their own right, the winner of the 2018 Promise in Action Award for Exceptional Mentoring stood out to the selection committee for going above and beyond for the youth that they deserve. These 5 winners, woohoo! I'm gonna say it again. These 5 winners represent a mix of mentors nominated by mentees and by their colleagues. Could you please step to the front as we call your name? And the winners are, woo! Woo! Are you feeling it? Are you getting excited? Come on now, make some noise for them, not yet. And the winner are Ernie Bell and Jennifer Curran, Woman Davis, Stephanie Horn, John Hoagland. Put your hands together for those wonderful people. Make some noise for them. Make some noise for them. You can do better than that, folks. You can do better than that. Congratulations to all of you. I see you, Steph. Come on, Steph, smile. As Michael won $250, on that note, on behalf of the Brockton Promise, I would like to thank each and every single one of you for taking the time to be here, and we look forward to continue working with you and seeing you next year. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye. Put your hands together for Kayla.
Hey, you. Right there. Can you hear me? Right in there. We have a message for you. Welcome to Brockton's Promise 10th Annual Mentor Rally and Recruitment Celebration.
Did you hear that? It's the 10th annual.
3, 2.
Thank you for being here tonight to honor our amazing mentors and all that they do.
We just wanted to use this time to celebrate some of the powerful words that were said about the people in this room. Well, the room that you're in right now, in the future.
Here are some of the words their mentees had to say about them.
She should win this award because she makes me happy.
Without their love and support, graduation seemed impossible.
I get background music. He listens to me and cares about me.
Be a mentor.
We are super cool. Be a mentor.
She is always looking for ways to improve and build connections with the youth.
She has provided me with much support, advice, and encouragement.
He taught me what sympathy means.
She is a very confident person.
I have a red thing in my hair. I saw that.
I did not see it.
I saw that. Over there.
He is the best tutor ever.
She goes out of her way to make sure a student understands the material.
She makes sure I stay safe.
Nice!
Be a mentor.
Be a mentor.
Elle est très honnête.
3, 2.
She asks about I can't say asks.
You just did?
She always believes in you and motivates you.
Every week, he greets each player with a welcoming smile.
She makes sure I stay safe.
She asks about my feelings and listens even though I'm a kid.
What powerful words our friends in this room, in the future where you are, had to say about you tonight. And if you listen closely, it was not about spending a lot of money or having expertise.
It was about listening, being honest, and truly hearing the youth.
Can you do that? Give a couple hours a week.
Can you?
Please sign up to be a mentor today. We have amazing programs for you to choose from.
Because it's on all of us to step up for our youth and our community.
Sign up and be a mentor today. Be a mentor!